All right, we're going to multiply more polynomials today. They're just going to be a little bit larger. This is a trinomial. There's three terms in that parenthesis, and this is a binomial. So we have to multiply those together. And this is another reason why I don't like using the FOIL acronym, because it doesn't really work unless it's two binomials. Once you get a big one like this with three in there, a trinomial, then FOIL, the acronym, just makes things more confusing. It doesn't really help. So here we're just distributing every term in this first parenthesis. This first parenthesis has three terms in it. So you got to distribute the 3x times the 3x squared times the 4x and the negative 2, the 2x times the 4x and the negative 2, and the negative 5 times the 4x and the negative 2. So it's kind of like three problems in one as far as the distributing goes. And then at the end, you combine all your like terms, and you're going to have six terms. The 3x squared times both of those will give you 2. The 2x times both of those will give you another 2. That's 4. And the negative 5 times both of those will give you another 2. So you're going to have six terms. And if you have some of them that are the same, like terms, then you'll combine those. So let's get to multiplying. 3x squared times 4x is 12. 3 times 4 is 12. And then your x's. This is an x squared. This is just a regular x, which means its exponent is a 1. And when you multiply variables together, you add their exponents. So this would be x to the third power. All right, and then 3x squared times negative 2 is just negative or minus 6x squared. All right, that's our first set of 2, and now we got to do this 2 more times. We got to do the same thing with the 2x and the same thing with the negative 5. So 2x times 4x is 8x squared. 2x times negative 2 is minus 4x. And then you've got your negative 5 times your 4 is going to be a negative 20x, and then a positive 10. A negative times a negative is a positive. So there you go, six terms, and then you start with the one with the biggest exponent, which is a 3. We have a 12x to the third power, and that's the only one that we have to the third power, so that's not going to change. There's nothing to combine it with, so the 12x to the third is going to stay 12x to the third. Our squared terms, we have two of them. We have a negative 6 and a positive 8x squared. We're $6 in debt, and then we're putting $8 in the account. Now we're up to a positive 2. Our x terms, they're both negative, a negative 4 and a negative 20. That's two piles of debt. Put them together, and that's a bigger pile of debt, $24 in debt. And then our constant, the number with no variables, is just a 10. It's the only one, nothing to combine it with, so it stays the same. All right, and that's it. That's the final answer. So this is a polynomial that doesn't really have a special name. You don't call it a quadnomial. There's really no such thing as a quadnomial. You have a monomial, which is of 1. Binomial is 2. Trinomial is 3. Once you get up to 4 or more terms, it's just a polynomial. All right, you also may have some today where there's 9 terms at the end that you have to combine as your like terms. So maybe you can imagine 9 terms. How do you get to 9 terms? That would be starting off with 2 trinomials. So maybe something like this, 2x squared minus 3x plus 5. So if you started off with a problem like this, still the same format, the 3x squared would get multiplied by each of those 3. That would give you 3 terms. This 2x would get multiplied by each one of those 3. That'd give you another 3, 6 terms. And the negative 5 by all those, that's another 3, 9 terms. So at the end, you'd have 9 terms you'd have to combine. So I guess I'll do this one real quick for you. 3x squared times 2x squared, that's x to the 4th. And it's 6, 3 times 2, so 6x to the 4th. And then 3x squared times negative 3x is minus 9x to the 3rd plus 15x squared. So those are the first 3 terms you get when you distribute the 3x squared. 3x squared times 2x squared, that was your 6 to the 4th. 3x squared times negative 3, that was your negative 9, x to the 3rd, a 2 plus a 1 exponent. And then a 3x squared times 5, 15x squared. Now we'll do the 2. 2 times 2, 2 times negative 3, 2 times 5. 2 times 2x squared is 4x to the 3rd minus 6x squared plus 10x. I'm trying to write little so I can fit it all in here. I don't know if I'm going to make it. All right. 2x times 2x squared was my 4x to the 3rd. 2x times 3x was my 6x squared. That was a negative 3, so it's a minus 6. Positive 2 times positive 5 is 10. Don't forget about the x, 10x. All right, negative 5 times all those 3 will give us a minus 10x squared plus 15x, because they're both negative. Negative times a negative is positive, and then minus 25. So I kind of ran out of room, so those are little tiny numbers at the end, but they fit. All right, there's only one x to the 4th, so 6x to the 4th does not combine with anything. It just stays 6x to the 4th. There's two x to the 3rd terms. There's a negative 9, and there's a positive 4. $9 in debt, you put $4 in that account, you're still in the negative. You're only 5 in the negative, but you're still in the negative. Need more money in that lunch account, people. All right, your x squareds, there's two of them, a 15 and a negative 6. That makes positive 9. Your x terms, you just have the 10. You have two. Okay, you have the 10 and the 15. They're both positive. That's 25. And then your constants, the numbers with no variables, there's only one. It's a negative 25, so minus 25. So our 9 terms that we got reduced to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got them down to 5 terms. And that's your final answer. So it's really nothing different. They're just longer problems. You're still following the same format of distributing everything.